So hi everyone. So my name is Pedro. I'm from the Newsroom, and I want to talk to you today about a project we're leading on decoding climate science for deeper and clearer reporting, journalistic reporting. And so there is climate science is considered to be one of the most challenging topics for journalists to report on. And the reason for that is quite obvious. There is a huge volume going on. So every day on average, there are more than 500 peer-reviewed research papers that are published on climate. And so it's extremely difficult to keep up with how the science is evolving, to identify links between different papers and what's happening, and to answer questions like these ones. So, for example, if I want to know how many research papers over the past 5 years show a link between climate change and extreme weather events, it's really difficult to find that. Or if I want to see which events have had the most meaningful impact from climate change, or even if I want to ask something quite complex, like how has the scientific consensus evolved over time? And was there, for example, a specific research paper that really changed the way we think about it? And my question to you is, what would be possible if journalists could get answers to this type of questions in less than 30 seconds and then really focus on asking the right questions, finding the right links, and do what journalists do best, which is crafting very compelling stories around these topics. And you might ask, okay, but can't we do this with current AI tools? The direct answer is no, not really. So if we ask any of these questions that I showed you to the kind of general purpose tools like ChatGPT, they won't be able to help you. And there are a few different reasons for this. So first of all, these systems just weren't built for this purpose. They're general purpose systems, not specified to climate and not specified to solving this type of questions. And one of the reasons why they're not built for that is that they're pretty bad normally at identifying what we call multi-hop relationships. So imagine if there's like an event A that influences B and B influences C. This is what we call multi-hop. So it's not a clear link. There's a hop in that link. Current AI systems are pretty bad at going from that C and going back to A, tracing back to the original relationship. When it comes to RAG, one of the big limitations is that RAG systems really just consider the top sources, so only a very small subset of sources. So when you ask a question, what we do in RAG systems is we go look for documents that could potentially answer that question. We rank them, we select the top ones, and the answer is generated based on those top ones. And so this doesn't allow you to ask questions like the ones I had before of give me all of the papers or how many papers in total show a link, how many show the opposite link. And finally, they just tend to be too heavy to scale effectively. So systems like ChatGPT are very heavy, very costly, and so they wouldn't really scale effectively to this type of volume. And so this is where dynamic knowledge graphs come in, and this is what we're building. And there are essentially two pieces to the puzzle in what we're building. And you can go to the next one, yeah. So this is the easiest way to think about it. There are these two pieces that work together. On the one side, we have a lightweight large language model. So this is a much smaller model than the ones that exist, for example, in ChatGPT. And the purpose of this was built specifically for this purpose of transforming one research paper into a structured set of entities and relationships between those entities. On the other side, we have a system, which is a knowledge base that is continuously updating. And so we're feeding the system with the last 25 years of peer-reviewed climate reporting. And the system is able to read those, to use the LLM to transform them into entities and links, and to continuously update the system and resolve conflicts. And so this will allow journalists to then make very complex queries like the ones I showed you before on top of the system. Now we're kicking off this project in January 2025. The project, the first phase, will be running for 12 months, and we'll be collaborating with journalism organizations, so media organizations, technology companies, and research centers to build this first phase of the project. And one of the reasons why I'm here talking about this today, besides giving you awareness that this is happening, is that we're looking for 2 to 3 additional organizations to collaborate with who will gain early access to the platform and really help us shape what the platform will look like, the type of queries that it will be able to power. And so this was just a 5-minute talk, not enough for me to go in deep into a lot of aspects. But if you're interested in learning more, email me at pedro@thenewsroom.ai, and let's work together on turning climate research into clear, science-based storytelling.